Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Africancrab. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this chunky lovely neck warmer with buttons. These have become very trendy. I used Wool Ease Thick and Quick for this particular neck warmer. However, for the tutorial I will be using some leftover yarn that I have from Burnett. You will need just one skein of the Wool Ease Thick and Quick in any color that you choose. You'll need a tapestry needle with a wide eye to sew in your ends and your buttons, a 10mm hook for, actually the 10mm works really great because it gives it a really soft feel. Now if you have loose tension, of course, go ahead and use a 9mm hook. You will need 4 buttons. I have 4 wooden buttons that I've used. I purchased these from Zipper Island on Etsy. I have attached a link at the end of this tutorial for you to take a look. And by all means, share your finished work if you care. My Facebook link is also attached at the bottom of this particular tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started. Make a slip knot. I'll move my chair up just a little. There we are. Insert your hook. Chain 2. We are going to work a chainless foundation of half double crochets. Yarn over. Go into the first stitch, yarn over and pull through. You'll have 3 stitches. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, and then pull through the next 2. Your chain 2 is going to act as your first stitch, and we just worked our second. Yarn over, go to the top of the one that you just worked. There's going to be 2 stitches right there, 2 chains. Go under both chains, yarn over and pull through. That will give you 3 again. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next. That's 3. So go ahead and work 50. Oh, I got the wrong. Okay, go ahead and work 50 half double crochets. I used the wrong string there, so I kind of ran out. So let's start over. Chain 2, yarn over, go into your first stitch, pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. Yarn over, go under the 2 stitches that you just worked. Well, there's 2 chains right there. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, then the next 2. Now, if you do not know how to work a chainless foundation, there are a lot of tutorials that can show you how to do that. Go ahead and look at them. This particular tutorial assumes you already know how to crochet. If you're a beginner, please look up tutorials on how to work chainless foundations. It's very easy, actually. It makes your work look really professional. So we're going to work 50 half double crochets for your first row. Because I have already worked out this particular neck warmer, I'm going to only work 10 or 12 stitches here to show you what's going to happen. Now at the end of 50 half double crochets, you will have made your foundation row. Your work should look like that. At the end of your row, chain 2. Your chain 2 is always going to act as your first stitch, and working in the back only. If you turn your work around like this, you have the back and you have the front. We're working in the back only. Work 1 half double crochet in each of the stitches for a total of 50 for your second row. And this entire project is really worked using the half double crochet. It's very simple and easy to work. I make mine in half an hour and I'm done. Okay, so go ahead and work all, and when you come to the end of your chain, you'll have of your row, you'll have completed your second row. And you'll start to see the ribbing effect. Row 3, chain 2, and again, this is all you're going to do. You're going to chain 2 and turn your work. You need a total of 10 rows. Go ahead and work a total of 10 rows, okay? Working only in the back stitches. When you're done with all 10 rows, your work should be measuring in width about 9 inches. Okay, if you have tight tension, your work should measure at least 8 inches, which is wide enough and chunky enough for the winter. and lengthwise you should have 30 inches wide. Okay, so your ribbing effect should start to show. I have already worked this particular neck warmer in red, and this is what your work should look like. I've folded it in half, and if I move backwards, it's that wide. Put it on your neck, and this is what it looks like. Okay, we're going to go ahead and work on the buttons. The buttons will go on that side or on that side, depending on what side works better for you. I'm going to put mine on the right side, and the 4 buttons should pretty much be about 1 inch apart, just like that. Okay, well, 2 inches apart if you want, 2 inches apart, and that will give you a really great effect. Using your wide eye tapestry needle, go ahead and thread it. And these buttons are good because they actually work well with this particular wide-eyed needle that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and put my buttons, and I'm going to show you what they look like. Again, go ahead and make sure you have at least 2 inches apart, and that will give you the spacing you need. And really, you just have to put the thread once, because this is chunky yarn, so it's going to sit well. You don't have to thread it twice. And what I mean by that is, this is what it looks like with just 1 thread through it. Okay, and this should work marvelous after you've put all of them. And make sure you tie the back of your knot tight enough so that if whoever you made it for decides to wash it in the washing machine, the thread does not come loose. Okay, because that happens if you don't tie it. If you don't tie it tight enough. Okay, so I'm pretty much getting done here. I'm sorry that you're not seeing what I'm doing, but that's because I've put it on my lap and I'm just adding the buttons. There you are. I've added my second one, and I think I have about a couple of inches spacing in between. That's the second one, and a total of 4 buttons. Again, I have attached a link to where I got these buttons. I really love them, and the lady that sells them has the best prices I have seen, and I have looked all over for wooden buttons. Okay, she has the best prices, and ships really fast, and that's what I love about it. I've ordered my second package, and that arrived. See, I just got this from her, and this is really wonderful. It came literally within 3 business days, which was wonderful for me because a client had ordered a neck warmer and a cowl, a hooded cowl that needed the buttons. So that's going to be the next project that I'm going to work on, probably later today. My husband is going to take the children out, so I'll have at least about half an hour that I can work on that project. So there we are, we are done. Now remember, you do not need to worry about buttonholes because the stitch we are working with leaves generous gaps in between. So with my buttons done, I'll put that on my neck. That's what my buttons look like here. They look, I think one is a little crooked, but never mind that. And in between here, you need only the first stitch to go through here. Then the next one. In between the valleys, basically, you have islands because you have 5 islands that were created by the rows. There's enough room in between for you to put your buttons. Oh, see, I didn't put my button properly, so it came out. So I'm gonna have to put that again. But you do get the idea. And so this would sit really warm, and you see it's chunky and warm enough. The bottom part goes on the inside. I like mine a little bit on this way. I've removed that button that kind of came loose. I need to tighten it, and that would be your 4th button right there. Okay, this is what your neck warmer should look like. It's really warm, and because my button came loose, I'm going to show you what my green one looks like, which I really like. I'm debating whether I should actually sell it or not, but I guess I'm going to sell it. So this is the one worked out with the wool ease and thick. So this is what it looks like when it's done. Now I used Bonnette, and this is just as soft and warm. So you can use either one of those. Or if you want something even softer, I do like the, what's that? Let's see, this is what we have here. You can also use Charisma. Charisma is very soft. I know I have recommended this yarn before, so try and use it if you can, okay? This is really, really good. So that's all we have for today for this particular project. I will be working next on the In the Woods hooded cowl. I know I've received a lot of requests on that. Again, I'm sorry to everybody. I have not been able to respond to all your communications. If you find you have an answer for someone who has asked me a question, I would appreciate an answer to them. And I know you guys have been really great doing that. And I apologize for the lack of communication. Thank you to all of you who have posted your hooded cowls and Katniss-inspired cowls on my Facebook. I am having such a great time seeing all your projects. So keep them coming. And until next time, have a wonderful day. I am African Crab. Do not forget to click the I like button or the subscribe button so that I can have more followers. Have a good day. Bye.